Here we go. Now recording. All right, I can share my screen again. Super boring syllabus. Let's get into it. So, like I said, the more classes you show up to, the higher your grade likely will be, because I know that you're trying. We're going to develop all those things. It says if you do not get a C or better in this course, you will not graduate. If I see you doing well, you shouldn't get a C. You guys should all get A's. All of you. Just got to do the work. That's all you got to do. It's very simple. Course outline. So this is week 1 and 2. This is pretty much the intro. I am not going to keep you until 12:30 today, so you can like just chill, because it's a nice day and it's been raining like crazy, and I'm not trying to keep you guys in here all day. I don't know how it was for the past couple of weeks, but it's been gross where I am. I live in Stanford, and it's not fun. So intro to multimedia. Then we have your writing first commercial. You will write a commercial, and it's going to be a commercial selling the job that you are going to be applying to, your dream job. So if you're going to be working at Sam Ash or wherever it is, you're going to make a commercial for them, and you're going to write it for them, because you'd have a portfolio at the end to show them if you ever apply there, which you probably will. Podcast interview and writing. You're going to do that. You're going to do rewriting a TV scene. I know one of you guys want to be a writer for television and stuff, so this is going to be your bread and butter. That's going to be a really fun thing. I remember doing that when I was in this course a long time ago, except it was 10 pages for me. We're not doing 10 pages. That's why I'm having you do these discussion forums, because having you do 20 pages is grueling and does nothing for you. I'd rather you do, if any of you guys worked out, then you know it's like light reps, building the form, and then going heavy. You're just going to be kind of consistent the whole way out. Writing a PSA, that's a public service announcement, again, on something that's affecting your industry. Team project TBD. I'll like to share ideas from you guys on that in the future of broadcast and the finals. The finals is a weird word. It's just kind of, we'll see how that works out. Grade breakdown, discussions and assignments. Those are 24 points. You get 2 points per week if you do both. And then I think I'm going to give a quiz, which is like 10, maybe 8 or 10 questions. I don't care if you open the thing and just copy paste it. Really don't care. Doesn't bother me. If you do it, it's going to be 2 points and you'll be done. I'm going to give you 4 days or something to do 10 questions, which I think is pretty fair. So that's going to be something. Attendance, obviously 26 points. Just showing up to these live sessions gets you ahead. Like I said, the more I see you, the more I remember you when it comes to grading. Midterm and final, 25 points each. You might think you're coasting. You're at 75 points. I don't have to do the midterm. I don't have to do the final. Well, I got a built-in safety for that. Negative 25 points if you don't do either, because you still have to do them, because again, we're getting those reps in when it comes to writing. Must-have products. Now, these are a tabletop tripod, because you will be recording yourself or someone else, and a smartphone mic, because I don't like bad audio. Please, for the love of God, do not buy those Bluetooth wireless microphones you see all over TikTok. They are horrible. They peak and they sound like garbage. You guys are going to buy these wired ones. If you don't have a 3.5 millimeter into the bottom of your phone, you could look for something called a dongle, which I can add to this. I'll just send an email out. They're $8. You put it in, 3.5 is in, you're good. Suggested books. Another big thing that I didn't like during college was spending $300 on textbooks that I never opened or used. So I'm not going to have you spend that money. All these products combined should be less than $60 or should be less than $50. I want it to be cheap, because I don't want you going broke on something you'll never use. And I hate that like GameStop mentality that the bookstore has. You spend $300 on a book and they want to give you $35. It's the biggest scam in the world. I'm not going to have you go through that. These books are recommended. They're super good. That's why I recommend them. In fact, the first one on writing well is like a banger. It's a generational masterpiece. I read it at least once every 2 years. It's a really good book. Course policies is pretty obvious. Late assignments will be rejected. Some of you already experienced that. Plagiarism and academy dishonesty will not be tolerated. You should know that. And then blah, 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 honor code, da, 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 that you guys should know from every other syllabus that you looked at. All right. So now is the fun part. And this is where you guys are going to start sharing about yourself. And you're going to read me the second sentence, actually the second entry of the discussion forum. One more thing, and this is going to be super important. You guys are going to be really uncomfortable. This is really uncomfortable for some people. Presenting is really uncomfortable. And I'm going to give you guys a little like personal antidote. I hate writing. I always hated writing. I hated writing since I was a kid. I hated writing in college. And I write for a living now. And the thing why I hate running is it's super subjective. If you write a beautiful sentence, somebody will turn around and say, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. And you're proud of this? And you're just like, I thought I was, but that's how it is. you'll come to know that writing is not perfect. And most importantly, your words are not your babies. People are going to kill your babies. If you write a sentence and I cut 4 words out of it, don't make it seem like you're taking it personal. It's a product. Okay. If you come at me and it's red and I say color it green, okay, let's make it green. Who cares? It is a product. Every sentence is going to be on the chopping block, not only for me, but for you. And that's why I had you guys re-rate, because I want you to get used to killing your darlings. There's actually a book called Killing Your Darlings, all about writing and editing. It's a right book. I didn't suggest it here because it's just all right. But we're gonna go down the list. So Alan Lucy, or Lucy Allen, or Alan Lucy. What is it? Did I get it wrong?
Lucy Allen.
Lucy Allen. You're the only one that I put the first name. Okay, so this goes here. Lucy Allen. You gotta say your name, the career you want, and then the second sentence, and we're all gonna listen. So go for it.
Okay. So my name is Lucy Allen. The career I want is to be a screenwriter. And here's my sentence, or sentences.
Mhm.
I think the foundation of any film or show has to do, in part, with its writing. There is something so magical about the buzz and flow of conversation around a writer's table. That is why I want to be a screenwriter.
Awesome. All right. Good first start. Now let me ask you something. And look at me, don't look at the sentences. Lucy Allen, why do you want to be a screenwriter? Don't
I
look.
love I love to write.
Okay. What else?
I love movies. I am a creative person. I feel like I can just thrive in a screenwriter's environment.
Why?
Because I'm very collaborative. I like to talk outside. Like I can't think inside I can think inside my head, but I can think better when I'm talking to people and like
Mhm.
I don't know, just getting my words out.
Okay. What is it about that particular job? Like, what feeling do you feel when you picture yourself in that role?
I feel excitement. I feel like a sense of warmth and uh just like a buzz kind of.
All right. Good. Now, you probably didn't notice it, but when you were saying I feel a sense of warmth, people's mouths started like halfway smiling. So, the biggest thing about writing, which all you need to know, is that feelings. You want to make the person who's listening or reading your stuff feel something. I'm sure you guys can all remember some kind of sentence or something, or some kind of like dialogue from a movie that sticks out in your head. Like if I were to say, I'll never let go, Jack, everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? Everyone knows that movie, correct? I'm not that old, because you felt something in that moment. She could have said anything in the world, like, I'm going to miss you, or something like that, but it's, I'll never let go. She had this scene where she's on a board that she could have shared, but he's going to die, or he's already dead. I'm not really sure. And she said that, and it hit everybody through the screen. That's what your writing has to do. Every single time is make people feel. She came alive when she says, I felt a warmth and a buzz. She even started smiling. You could hear the warmth in her voice when she was saying that because she smiled. When you smile and talk, it changes the way you sound instead of when you keep your lips together and you talk like this. So all of you guys are going to realize that your sentences are going to have feeling, and that is what's going to break through to everyone else's copy. Really good job, Lucy Allen. Said it right this time. Up next, we have Jonah. Go ahead. Floor is yours, Jonah.
Hello, my name is Jonah Baker Flora. My dream job is to be like an ESPN commentator, broadcaster. I've been very much a very sports guy here, watching NBA, MLB, NLH, and every league.
So let me ask you something. What
hmm
is it about that job that you can do better than the countless other guys that are doing it?
just like the voice and like commentating and getting to know the players, study them and how to know how they play and you know get them.
Okay. All right. So Jonah, very good job. That's a very competitive field, but I've heard that my entire life. And I'm the only one out of the Plattsburgh class that's actually doing the job that I went to school for. So you'll get this job. Little piece of advice. I talked to some folks at ESPN. I have some friends there. What they did, and it's going to be
Yep.
uncomfortable, and it's going to be
hmm
super uncomfortable, is what they did is they recorded the games they watched with the sound off and did the commentating themselves. And that's how they got their first reel. They
Oh wow.
pointed, and you can do that right now today. You can put your phone on a tripod, point at the game, and talk over it. And that's how they got their first game. You can start small with high school. You can start college, NBA, whatever you
hmm
want. But if I'm going to hire you, Oh, it's a cool resume. Went to Plattsburgh. Da, da, da. Have you done this before? Yeah, I have a YouTube channel filled with me doing this. You want to see? Yeah, show me. Boom, you got the job. You see what I mean? No
Yeah.
excuses, just results. Good job, Jonah. Angelina Briggs. Where are you at? Where are you, Angelina? Are you in here? No, you're not. You're absent. Okay. Che Bryant, are you here? Is it Che or Shay?
Yes, it's Che.
Che. All right. Che Bryant, take it away. Tell me your sentences.
Okay. Um, First off, hi, my name is
Hi.
Che Bryant. And I would like to be a filmmaker for Disney Studios. My second sentence says, I mostly picked Disney Studios because growing up, me and my family loved watching Disney movies. We would even do our annual summer road trip from NYC all the way to Florida, and it's been in my family for years.
All right. That's the end, right? That was the end of the. Okay,
Yes.
now Shay, don't look at your sentence. We're gonna pretend that we're at the Disney Studios interview. Hey Shay, thanks for coming down. So I have maybe 2 minutes. Please, just why do you want this job? Why do you want to work here? Don't look at the sentences.
The
Look at
reason why I want to work at Disney Studios is because Disney brings something so magical to the place. Every single time I watch a film, I just love the way that people are able to interact with Disney. And honestly, I feel like I can bring that type of excitement and joy to people's lives too.
How?
Every time I'm talking to somebody, everybody just says you just connect with me so much. And I feel like on a deeper level, I can be able to connect with people and just be able to share my stories and bring it into fulfillment.
How important is it for people to connect with the stories that you're particularly telling? Why is that so important?
The reason why I feel like my stories will be in connection is mostly because people are feeling sometimes isolated within themselves, even their own community. And my stories will have a community to bring people together in.
Boom.
And I
Period.
feel
Stop.
like
Stop. That's your sentence. That's the lead, right? I think we can all agree. We felt it, correct? As soon as she said that, that's what good writing is. That's what you're going to do. You're going to have that at the beginning and everything else is going to pay off at the end. But as soon as you let your defenses down and you showed me who you were, that's the writing that I want. And all of you guys are going to be doing that. So, Che, great job. That's what I want. I want you guys to be super authentic. Think about the people you follow on TikTok and Instagram. Do you follow these super stuff? Do you follow people like me, news reporters? No. You follow like the News Daddy and other people who just tell you they speak like you, they look like you, and they're being authentic. Correct? Am I crazy? No, right? So that's who you have to be. You have to be you. There's not going to be another Lucy Allen. There's not going to be another Jonah. There's definitely not going to be another John Rose. I think in the history of John Roses. So like you have to be you. And that's what your writing has to do. I know there's this, it's terrible because I work in so many newsrooms where people write my scripts because I'm the anchor. So I have to rewrite these scripts. They write these scripts and it sounds like a news reporter. And I'm like, and like my thing, and I'm brutal to my producers. I am brutal. Every time they write a lead, I say in the newsroom, I get up, I go, everyone pull out your phone, open up Instagram, start scrolling. Okay, her name's Tracy. Tracy, stand up, tell me the lead. If no one looks up, change the sentence. Because that's what we're competing with. We're competing with your phones, we're competing with TikTok, we're competing with Facebook, we're competing with messengers, everything. And if you can't hook me or make me connect with you in the first sentence, you're dead. Everything's dead, throw the whole show away. So she came alive right when I told her, like, I kept hammering down that wall because she kept giving me these really proper blah, blah. But then as soon as she showed me who she was, she had the job. She had it. She sold me. She feels, people feel isolated. Everyone's like, damn, man, she's right. People do feel like, boom, she had it. Great job. All right. Jack Burns, you're up. Jack Burns is not here. Okay. Sawyer is not here. Nicholas Chamberlain, you're up. I have Nick Chamberlain as here. All right, cool.
Yep, right here.
All
Okay,
right, Nick,
so
what's
my
your name? What do you want to
Nick.
be?
Uh, uh, can you repeat that, please?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for me, my name is Nick Chamberlain, and for me, my dream job is a robotics engineer. And when it comes to the second sentence, and for the second thing I wrote down, I have robotics is a constantly changing and growing field with so many new opportunities to change the world. If like, and for the next thing, it's if I could build some kind of robot that could change the world, it would be a dream come true.
Hey, Nick, why robots? I mean, you could build applications, you could build websites, you could build Roombas. I mean, Roombas is kind of a robot. Why robots? What is it about robots that you like?
For me, the main thing is just assembling the robots and putting things together. Building things has been like a really big interest of mine for a really large part of my life, and I've been interested in robotics for years, so it's just kind of something that combines two things that I really like.
So let me ask you something. I personally like to build stuff. Like I built this PC. My daughter has and stuff, has Legos upstairs. What is it that you feel when you're building that gives you so much joy?
I guess for me, it would be a sense of accomplishment, really. Like if I'm building something, I'm able to finally put something together in the way that's either based on some kind of instructions or based on how I want to. When I finally do complete the build I want to, I just feel really accomplished.
Boom. Everyone else felt it? That was the sentence. Perfect. Write that. Other thing you guys are going to realize, you have to write the way you speak. Don't write for the ear. I know that we like to echo questions and stuff like that because that's what you're used to. That's what you're brought up on your DBQs and all that other nonsense. Not for this class. You are writing the way you speak. In fact, your best friend likely would be voice to text and just talking. See a question, answer it, and then say, okay, there's too much words here. This isn't really this isn't really bang out the way I wanted to. This is more spicy if I had this up here. And then you have yourself a sentence. Great job, dude. Nice job. All right. Next, we have Orlando Dawkins. And I have him as
Um,
here. Here we go. What's up, Orlando?
yeah. Yeah, my name is Orlando Dawkins, and my dream job would be to be an artist, I think.
Mm-hmm. What kind of
Like
artist?
musician.
What kind of
An
music?
artist or you could say rap, but anything
Okay,
that
rap artist.
inspires like emotion. There's no
I mean,
specific job.
no. So tango inspires emotion. There's yodeling that inspires emotion. What do you want to be? You're going to work or you're going to a stage. What are you about to perform? Someone hands you the microphone. What are you performing?
I would feel most comfortable rapping
Beautiful.
because
Okay, so you want to be a rap
that's
artist.
just yeah.
What is it about rapping, or maybe it's performing? What is it about that you love so much?
I feel like it's just music as a whole, but it just has a tendency to inspire emotion. Like I feel sad, I listen to music. I feel happy, I listen to music. Like it could inspire any type of emotion you're feeling, basically. So that's what I would like to
How
do.
important is it for people to use music as a sense it feels like for therapy?
It's beautiful thing to use. That is my therapy, honestly. That is my therapy. So that's why I know I would like to do the same thing to be
What was the sentence,
therapy for other
guys? What was
people.
the sentence that got you? That was my therapy, right? That is my therapy. Can we agree? That was a sentence? Yeah, he became vulnerable. He came authentic. We've all done that. We all have songs. I listen to Slipknot every morning. I don't know why, but I'm like a Slipknot phase. And I listen to Slipknot every morning. I wasn't a rocker when I was younger. I wasn't at all. I like a lot of rap. I like a lot of hip hop. I all that stuff. But like sometimes I just want to attack the moment and listen to Psychosocial on repeat for some reason. But he made a bridge and connected with everybody here. Beautiful job. And that's what you're gonna do for all your writing, by the way. Just putting that as a tagline. You're doing that with all your writing. All right. So Jeremy, what's up, Jeremy? Take it
Yeah.
away. So Jeremy, what do you want to be and why?
Hello. My name my name is Jeremy. I want to be a professional runner. And then the sentence or the three sentences I wrote was, I feel like I was put on this earth to run in the mountains. If I can make a solid living off doing what I love, that is the dream. It's not an easy pursuit, but a possible pursuit.
And then you said some word like hence, right? Some great. Are you the one that wrote hence?
No.
No, you weren't. I remember that first sentence. I was born to run in the mountains. That's a sentence. That's a really good sentence because that's a good sentence. Like, who the hell? What are you, a wolf? No, that's crazy. You have to listen to the second sentence when you say that. So, what is it about running that you love, and why do you want to be a pro runner?
Um, I don't know. It's just really fun, especially like trail running. There's a lot of it like up in the Adirondacks or Vermont. It's just really fun. You feel like free when you're doing it.
What's better when it comes to trail running? Because I'm sure you've done street running and all that other track running and stuff like that. When it comes to trail running, what is it that you feel when you're trail running that you don't feel when you're on the pavement?
You feel a lot more connected with like the nature surrounding you. A lot more like, I don't know, it's more intrinsically motivating.
Uh-huh. You said you feel. I want to know what Jeremy feels. What do you feel?
when I'm in the
When you're
woods.
trail running, yeah, when you're trail running. I mean, it's just you in the woods. What do you feel?
Oh, it's a lot of it's euphoric. It's like a very just giggly feeling. I don't know. It's really hard to like be upset in the woods. Like
Boom, stop.
clears your mind.
That was it. That was it, right? It's really hard to be upset in the woods. Even that could have been your first sentence. And everyone had to read the second because they'd be like, what the hell does that mean? Right? You said it with a smile, you're warm, and you said it in plain English. It's really upset to be in the, what was it? It was really upset to be running in the woods. No,
It's hard to be upset when you're in the woods.
boom. That is your sentence. Great job. I actually did some trail running and I fell a lot, but I spent like $80 on New Balance trail things. Not worth it. I love running too, but running's really great. All right, Giselle, you're up. I know you're here, Giselle. There you are. All right.
Okay, so I'm Giselle Melchor, and the job that I said I would want to be is a director. The two sentences I wrote was, I want to continue to add more diversity into the film industry and be able to enhance the true culture of different countries and to inspire women to join the film industry.
What is it about directing that you like?
Just the creativeness.
Like one aspect. Do you like the lighting? Do you like the audio? Do you like the dialogue? There's a lot of creativity. You got to give me a real pinpoint reason why you particularly like it.
I would say more of the editor part, because the way how we can create with different scenes and make it into one big movie or whatever, it's just really cool to see what goes into it and the time and like the amount of time that they do on it. It just makes it seem like it's perfection.
So you've edited before, I'm guessing, right? You've edited video and stuff like that.
I've had taken classes where I had to do
Okay, and you had when you sit in the chair, you have Premiere open, Avid open, whatever open. What do you feel?
Like happy because I get to show people what my creative side is and not what people want me to put in.
That's a sentence, right? That's the sense. That's the sell. Now you have me hooked. All right. Well, what kind of stuff do you like to create? Da, 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 da. That's the sentence. A real big thing that I want you guys to take away from this little exercise is that you're going to write a lot of crap sentences until you get to the sentence. And sometimes, actually, every time you write, just write. Don't worry about if it's spelled correctly. Don't worry about if it's punctually accurate. You just have to, it's like kind of like plumbing. You have to just keep going at it until you get the real, that's a very bad, actually, I don't want to use that metaphor. Just, you have to go through the piles of poo to get to the good stuff. So you're going to have to write 6, 9, 10 sentences before you get to the one sentence that's your lead. It happens. I do it every single day. And you know why? It's because no one, I think, can sit down and say, oh, all I need is one shot. I'm just going to take one swing and hit a home run. Boom. You got to it's like chopping at a tree. You got to just chop, 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 get those sentences out. And then you will summon the right sentence. You will summon the right words, string them along in a sentence and be like, boom, this is my lead. And then from there, it's like a valve released. Everything comes out after, and then you can edit and maneuver. But that's why I keep asking you those questions, because I'm digging for the right sentence, for the lead sentence. And when you go to write your second assignment, that's a way to think. Oh, just open up a page, start writing, and then be like, okay, all these suck. This one's pretty good. Delete up. That's my first sentence, and then right underneath it. And I assure you, your writing just from doing that will like increase 5 times. It's so much better. Really good job. Rohan's not here. Elanice, you're up.
Hi, my name is Elanice, and my dream job is to become a voice actress.
I am here.
What's that? Wait, Rohan's here?
Yeah, I am. But I let her go first.
Oh, your camera's not on and you weren't here on time, so I marked you absent. You want to put your camera on?
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
All right, you got it. Ella, go ahead.
So, as a consumer of many cartoons and video games, and as a person who enjoys performing, I've always thought that it would be fun to work as a voiceover artist. While my preference would be to work on animated projects, there is still plenty of different opportunities in the world of voice acting besides just giving life to characters. I want a chance to be a source of entertainment for people by using my voice as other voice actors have done for me.
Who's your favorite voice actor?
I love Ian Sinclair. He's more in like the anime realm, but just there's something about his voice that's like engaging and you can notice it even if he changes it. I'm like, I know that voice. I know who that is. I can just.
Why is it important? Why is it important that that guy can do it that well? What is he serving that he might not know that he's serving you, his audience?
I guess there's an energy that he brings. It can be a serious character or he can be in like a comedy scene, but just it's versatility, but also enjoyability.
Mm-hmm. So you want to be that person to bring that energy and enjoyability to your audience.
Yes.
That's your sentence, right? I would hire you just from that. Hi, why do you want the job? I want to bring energy and versatility to the people I'm talking to. How could I say no to that? No, we don't want that. We just want somebody who's gonna, fill out the papers and stuff. Sorry, bye. That's your sentence. Be authentic. That's your sentence. Whatever you admire about somebody else, try to be cognizant of what they're making you feel to make you admire them. And then if that's why you admire them, think about if you can do that for somebody, if you could do that for whoever, and then you'll have your purpose. That's how you find your purpose. Kind of a little bit. I'm not Gary Vee, but yeah. Very good job. So, who do we have to? Rohan, take it away.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Man, I'm good. Am I on your shoes? Where do you have your camera right now?
Oh, it's
Am
in
I
my
under your
kitchen. I'm,
sink?
I'm trying to feed my cat.
Oh, I feel like your cat right now, waiting for the dish. Yeah.
But I'll go for it. So I wrote down Rohan Nasre, adventure filmmaker. I started out my post as, I mean, it's really a tough question at first, but when I narrow it down, there is one thing I would love to do the most, and that would be adventure filmmaker. I've always enjoyed adventure sports and how exciting it is. So getting a job in that field would be amazing and take me one step closer to my goal.
Mhm.
And the perfect job for this would be working with Red Bull.
Where do you want? Okay, you're at Red Bull. Hey Rohan, thanks for coming in for Red Bull. Listen, grab the camera. What division you going to?
I would definitely want to go into the adventure filmmaking section because,
Which adventure? We have dirt bikes, we have skydiving, we have adventure literally is Red Bull. There's
I
a bunch
know.
of doors. Which one are you walking through?
So, starting out, I would definitely want to go for skydiving as first, and then my second would be F1.
Okay, F1.
Yeah,
Now, you're gonna do this for the rest of your life. Are you gonna follow a skydiver for the rest of your life, or are you gonna follow F1 for the rest of your life?
I would be an F1. I would follow the F1 for the
See?
rest.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought so. See, even with that, he had to get through. He didn't summer the right sentence first. We had to get through the muck. He wants to be an F1 filmmaker, right?
yeah,
That's the dream job. You being on the side, hearing the engines rev, talking to the drivers before and after, getting in the pit, getting champagne thrown on you while you're doing your stunning, right?
yep.
You're
That's
smiling. That is exactly your job. So, hey Rohan, welcome to Red Bull. Why am I going to get? I have this one spot open for the F1. Why should I give it to you? Why are you excited about being here?
Well, I don't think anybody else is as excited as me.
Yeah, how do you know that? You didn't talk to anybody else. Tell me why you focus on you. Why do you want to be here? Why do you want this job?
Uh,
Tell me what you're feeling, bro. You got to be vulnerable. This is a real uncomfortable class. It's getting real weird in here all the time. So let's talk to me.
well, I don't know. I started watching F1 a few years ago, and ever since
Uh-huh.
I've watched it for the first time, it just it soothes my nerves.
Yeah, F1 cars going
Yeah,
100, 200 miles per hour is soothing for you.
yes, it is. It is in a way. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something about adventure that makes me, feel better about myself.
Okay.
I don't like doing like what do you say, desk jobs. I'm more of a hands-on job kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather be out there in the dirt, playing around and, going for it rather than sitting in a desk.
There's your sentence. There it is. It took us, I don't know, like 40 seconds to get to it, and your camera looking up your nose, but you got it. You see
Yeah,
that? Feed your cat. That's a great sentence.
I
That's what I
will.
want to see. And by the way, all your assignments are going to be focused around getting you that F1 job. That's what you're going to
Perfect.
be doing. That's what you're going to be doing. Even if you have to go to like different places in Plattsburgh that do like regular racing, you're going to learn there because they're not going to just throw you on the track and be like, oh, here's F1. Yeah, it's all yours. If you could make F1 quality from a little league race,
Yeah.
job's yours, right?
Yeah,
Job's
that
yours.
definitely.
Definitely. And then what's
Definitely.
what you got? I hope your cat's not starving. All right.
Oh,
So
no, no.
go with John Rose, the man, the myth, the legend. John, where are you, John? God, there's the top of your head. Love it. All right. So for people who don't know, everyone had this assignment, right? The first assignment was to post the sentences, 4 sentences, and put in a post. My man John posted one sentence, no period, I emailed him, told him you got to post more. He posted a second sentence in a second post. So now we're at 2 posts, 2 sentences. Then a third sentence on a third post. And then he asked me, hey, how do I put the period at the front of the first sentence? Periods don't go there, John. Periods go at the end of the sentence, John. But then, like a mighty phoenix, he rose from the ashes. And on his second assignment, wrote me a coherent post that actually had a pretty good selling line. So John Rose, if that's not an intro, I don't know what is. Take it away, John Rose.
Yeah, so my dream job would be a backup QB in the NFL. I think it'd be awesome to be paid millions just to sit on the sidelines to watch football. Teachers always said to pick a job that you would love to do for the rest of your life, and well, I like watching football, so I want to get paid millions to do it.
I mean, it's not the most provocative sentence, but I think we can all agree that's honest. Teachers told me to pick a job you love. I love watching football. I think there's no better seat than sitting on the bench and watching it. Now, John, I have to ask, what team?
Seattle Seahawks.
Why that team?
Because I like the colors and DK Metcalf's like I don't know.
Who's DK Metcalf? I have no idea what sports is. So what's DK Metcalf?
He's a wide receiver. He's like I don't know. He's good. Like
Okay. Let me ask you something. When it comes to your friend group, are you the sports knowledge guy? Do you have the stats and stuff?
no, I would say
No?
like I would say like yeah, but no at the same time. You got like
Okay.
a lot of people know a lot about football.
All right. So we're at the Seahawks camp. You're coming in for a job. QB job is fulfilled. So is the backup QB job, but you want to work here. What do you want to do here?
But I just had to work for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. Where do you, if you could pick any job except the backup quarterback job, what do you want to do for the Seattle Seahawks?
So give me the starting QB job.
Okay. Instead of being on the team,
Oh, there you go.
what is it? You're right. Yeah, I wasn't accurate. Go ahead.
Let me get general manager.
I love how you order that like you're at McDonald's. Let me get a general manager with a side of
Let me get a general
management.
manager.
What does
Yeah.
a general manager do?
They make
By
the
the way.
big team decisions, who they
Like
who they
what?
pick up, who they get free agency, who they draft. Get a lot of
Okay.
the decision making.
So you like the decision making,
I guess, yeah.
I guess.
That's why I'd be a backup QB. I don't gotta make decisions. I just gotta watch football.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So I think you might want to be a sport analyst, but not in the way that people think. You want to be more lax sports analyst, like take my word, but I don't know though, kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah. God. It's so funny because I have a son and his godfather is just like you, and his name is John. All right, he was a starting pitcher for some college. I forgot what it was. All right, Connor. Please tell me I'm saying your name right. Yes. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Connor, you're up. Go ahead.
I'm Connor Ryan. I want to be a screenwriter or a producer. Because ever since I was young, I've loved this ability to just create my own stories. And I even remember being young and making videos on my dad's like old Android phone.
Nice.
And as I grew older, I just continued to love and have this passion to create.
You're gonna do really well in like week 4 when it comes to on-air delivery because your delivery is actually pretty good. When it comes to your favorite movie or TV show, what's your favorite movie? What's the movie that inspired you to do all this?
Well, those are two different answers.
Yeah.
My favorite movie would have to be Studio Ghibli's Ponyo because it was the first movie I have a coherent memory of seeing. So it holds a special place in my heart.
Okay. And what's the other answer?
I'd have to give that one probably. I'd probably have to give it to the Blair Witch Project, I think. I remember seeing that when I was younger and going like, this is super cool.
All right.
Like having them having the ability to make this entire story seem like it was like actual found footage. These kids went missing in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much being able to sell that lie until it was released.
Okay. So I think you like to create a world of illusion, but you like to be the puppeteer behind it,
Yes.
right? That's what you want to do. All right. So you're going to do that. And that was really good and really good delivery on that too. Great job. Aiden Snyder, are you here?
Yes. Hello.
Aiden, what's going on? I like your shirt.
Hello.
First name, last name, what's the dream job?
All right. So my name's Aiden Snyder, and my dream job is to be an audio engineer / music producer.
Nice.
And I've always enjoyed lots of aspect of music and music creation, and I especially enjoy the technical aspect of creating sound and audio.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love how much there is to do and how many different ways you can produce audio and learning how to do them.
Okay. Real quick, what I want you to do you call people bro at all when you're talking with your friends?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
That is
So
something I use.
do me a favor. Call me bro. So I'm gonna ask you a question, but I want you to start off by saying bro and then tell me tell me the rest. So
Okay.
listen, why do you came into my audio thing? Why do you want to be an audio engineer, bro?
Bro, I just think that um, I really enjoy taking something that maybe not won't sound as clean in terms of audio, and then creating a product that I can say that like I changed this to be able to create something that sounds really good.
Good. See how that changed? You sounded like a fax machine when you first went here, but all I did was add the word bro, and you became so much more conversational. I think we can all agree. You became super conversational and you lit up a little bit. You used your hands. You're not cross-armed. You were like, you got into it. That's one thing that you're going to learn too, that we're going to do in this exercise. There's a producer that I have, God bless her heart, like I said, who writes like a reporter. Oh, today 13 blah, blah, blah. So I took a little piece of scotch tape and I put it on her monitor and I just wrote hi mom on it. And I said, every time you write, I want you to pretend that you're calling your mom and say, hi mom, there's 3 people dead on the subway. Okay, now write that. Just take the hi mom out. There's 3 people dead on the subway. Boom. It's conversational. Anyone can understand that. So that's what we're going to do in another exercise, but not right now. Excellent job right there. All right, Christopher. Christopher, you're up. Where are you at?
Okay. Okay, so I'm Chris Barano. My dream job would to be excuse me, would to work excuse me, at the Daily Wire in Nashville, Tennessee. The Daily Wire is not an old company. It started in around 2018, 2019, and it began with just a few, minuscule podcasts, and then as the years went on, they started to do TV shows. They started to make movies. They even had their own kids channel called Bent Key currently.
So, Chris, let me stop you because I don't want to hear
Sure.
the Wikipedia on Hardwire. What I want to hear from you, you're in my chair, you're in my office. Chris, we have a position open. What position do you want? Why do you want it?
Well, because there's many job options in that company.
Yeah.
There's camera work, there's lighting,
What do you
sound.
want to do?
I would love to do camera work. I had the eye for it. I can
What
see
is
various angles,
Uh-huh.
and emphasize on certain things. It brings out kind of that creativity in me.
There's your sentence, right? I don't care if I work at the Hardwire. I don't want to know about Hardwire. I work here. I know it. I know we have 34 floors. I know we have 16 podcasts. Da, da, da. I want to know why you want to be here. And you want to be here is because you want to be a camera op. And not only do you want to be a camera op, you're a camera op who actually likes being a camera op because you have a certain skill and a certain passion that the other camera ops might not have or might have lost because they're old and grumpy. So that's your sentence. Be yourself, Chris. That's a really good start. And that's a really good way of selling the sentence. So your first sentence should have been like there. Don't tell me about the history of Hardwire. I don't care if it's 1,000, whatever, or it's Messenger that just went down, or now this. Just the person that you're applying to knows the company they work for. They don't know you. So sell you. And that's all you had to do. Great job.
Okay,
all right.
thank you.
Sean. Now you got it, bro. Sean. Sorry. Bro is my friend down here, Aiden. Sean.
Yep.
You are up. So take it away.
Hi, I'm Sean Cyprian, and my dream job is to be an independent filmmaker and content creator. Since I was a kid, I've always loved my favorite form of media has always been anything that's been communicated visually, especially like movies and television. I've always found that it's captured my imagination the best and allows me to explore different stories and realities and
Who's your favorite content
walks of
creator?
life. Content creator?
Yeah, who's your favorite content creator?
You talking in terms of like film or online or
whatever you want. You answer. What is your favorite? Who's your favorite content creator? Tough one, right?
Yeah, it is.
If you
In
say
terms of
Jake Paul,
directors,
you fail this class. If you say Jake Paul, you'll fail this class.
no. It's actually in terms of like being like more like a director online, I'd actually say Kane Pixels. He's the one who's gonna be directing the Backrooms movie, and
Okay.
he has a really cool channel on like exploring like horror and like he creates everything like digitally, and it looks really cool. And
What is it about
you
that
can check the
work
whole
that you
process.
like so much?
Just taking the creative liberty to do exactly what you want to do, tell the stories you want to tell, and
Stop.
do every step of the process on your own.
That's what you want. That's your first
Yeah.
sentence. I want to be able to take the creative liberties and do whatever I want to do in my creative process. I can't argue that. You guys like it's a checkmate every time you get to that good sentence. Because what am I to say? Well, I don't want that in my team. Of course I do. You back me into a corner when you say things like that. That's a perfect sentence, and we got there. Great job. All right, Megan, you're up. Is Megan here?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Megan. All right, cool. Megan, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, earthquake going there, Meg. All right. I see you. Here we go.
My name is Megan Thornton. I wrote comedic writer, but ideally I would like to be an at-home mom.
Okay.
But I said my dream job involves doing something I truly enjoy while earning substantial income. Ideally, I would love to pursue a career in comedy, either through writing or performing. However, as a backup plan, I'm also interested in becoming a flight attendant, as it would allow me to explore the world, learn about diverse cultures, and experience the real side of different countries by connecting with their people.
Hey, now you ready to tell me what you want to do with your life? After you just read the back of that VHS, you want to tell me something tell me something real, Megan. Megan, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do when you grow up?
I don't know. I feel like every day, like I come up with something else, like, oh, it'd be really cool to do this. It'd be really cool to do that.
Okay,
And
let me
like
narrow it
maybe
down. I gave you $1 billion, but you have to work or you lose the $1 billion. What do you do for work?
I'd probably work never mind, because then now I'd want to invest the money and save. Okay.
If you don't go to work, you lose $1 million and you're poor.
I feel like at the end of the day, it would be really cool to be a comedic writer, but it like comes in with, I just want to do, like, you know, Adam Sandler, like he just makes a bunch of movies with his friends and has fun. Like I'd want to do the same thing. Like, you know, the core memories that I make with my friends, I want everybody else to see them and be like, wow, that's so cool. Like, that's so fun. Like, we should do that too.
Perfect. So you want to be a comedic content creator?
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda, yeah. We'll say yeah, just for the sake of yeah. So a comedic content creator. Who's your favorite comedic content creator now?
Honestly, I don't really hop on social media and like follow certain people.
Comedian. Who's your favorite comedian?
Melissa McCarthy or Adam Sandler.
Okay. So what is it about Adam Sandler that you like so much? You said it's that he gets to party with his friends. What about the other person?
Melissa McCarthy. I just think she's really inspirational because she is plus size, and I'm I'm a big girl. I'm 5'10", so you know, her being able to do the things she's able to do, like act and everything, and you know, be so as successful. I want to be able to do the same thing and share my story and share, you know, my, I guess, entertainment with the world to make other people happy.
Okay, good. That's your sentence. So you're going to be a comedic comic writer. Love it. And that's what you're going to be focusing on this course. I hope you really do actually like that, because we're going to make you do that. All right. Megan, we have Matthew. Matthew, go ahead. We're almost done, guys.
All right, so my name is Matthew Wendler. I wrote that I want to be a writer, journalist, and possibly a documentary filmmaker or podcast host. But here's what I wrote for the sentence. In recent years, I have found a passion for journalism. My free time is devoted to writing and publishing articles online that relate to real-life cases of unsolved mysteries, crime, and unnatural phenomena. It is my dream to find means of turning my personal studies into a career, and perhaps later expanding toward a podcast or documentary film format.
What is it about? Which kind of journalism do you want to do? Because you're talking to a journalist. So what kind of journalism do you want to do?
Stuff that focuses on like the unsolved mysteries, crime stuff. Don't get me involved in politics. Don't get me involved in celebrities. I want nothing like that. But I just like something that can get me on location to interviewing people on interesting stories.
So mystery, like mystery crime stuff, unsolved stuff. Like I just did the Gilgo murder. You know what that is on Long Island? This guy.
I heard of that, yeah.
A serial killer killed 4 women, 4 sex workers, I think like 15 or something years ago, and was never caught. Never caught until this year. And it turns out this guy was an architect in Manhattan who obviously had a lot of money, and they looked through the not the affidavit, I think it was the affidavit, yeah, and it had all these details on him researching, did they find the Gilgo killer 365 times in like 2 years, just looking at Google search, that query, because he was the guy. Well, actually, he's innocent until proven guilty, but they arrested the guy. But that's a huge unsolved mystery story. Now, all these families who lost these loved ones that he allegedly killed are coming out and speaking, and we're finally seeing these faces and stuff like that. So that seems like right up your alley. So
Definitely, like some guy on my floor was telling me about that. He went to the house where that
yeah,
guy lived because he lived in Long Island for it.
and it's really weird because that house is the yuckiest house in the block. It's all these beautiful homes, and then he lived in like this red shack. It was so bizarre, and he had like, I think it was 200 something guns in the house. Very weird. But yes, so that's what you like. Who is someone that's doing this job right now?
Someone who's doing this job
that
right
you
now, I
like, that
cannot
you
tell you
enjoy.
that. I mostly read books from the past. One of my
Okay.
inspirations for writing came from John Keel, who wrote the Mothman prophecies. Very good writing
Okay.
format, and it's one of my inspirations. Right, I like Rod Serling's type writing, even though that's like a narration from a fictional TV show. But still, the writing style on point. And
Okay.
I haven't really looked into like modern investigations into true crime. I mostly
Okay.
read like books from the past and then look into events that happened from the past. One of the ones I looked into was a murder that happened in Plattsburgh from '84, and I interviewed one of the guys that found the body for it.
Nice. So you already are doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Good. All right, good. And you're writing, you want to write for print or you want to write for video? Documentary, it seems like video.
Right now I'm writing for print. Later, hopefully gonna try to do an expansion type thing. Like a couple documentary films on YouTube if possible. I'm still
It is
trying to learn how
possible.
to get
What's stopping you? It is possible. It's
You're right,
100%
it's possible. Play of words right there, but I'm still just like trying to figure out when I want to do it and how I should try to go about
Okay.
doing it.
All right, so you sound like you have a really good bass already, not just in your voice. You have a great voice for radio, by the way.
I
Very
appreciate
deep
it.
voice. Yeah, I got you, bro. So that is very good, and I'm glad you're doing that already. And we're gonna have fun because you're gonna have some cool assignments. Jake, you're the last guy. Take it away, Jake. Let's go.
My name is Jake Zimzicki. My dream job would be to be a musician.
Mhm.
And then what I wrote was, since I'm a very creative person who's passionate and obsessive about playing music, touring the world as a musician would be my dream job. I listen to music constantly and I'm always learning new songs. In fact, whilst trying to write this post, I picked up my guitar 4 separate times and noodled around the fretboard.
Noodled. That was the word that sold the hell out of me.
Yeah, further delaying the completion of this task, which is usually what I do. A lot of times I have homework. I just start like stimming out on the guitar.
Nice. All right. So very good start. The noodle thing, I think I wrote, that's the selling line because noodled, that word makes everyone's mind think of something different. That's why I loved
Yeah.
it so much. I don't know what the hell noodle means. My noodle is totally different from your noodle, which is great because I have no idea what exactly that means, but that's a really good job. So who is somebody right now in the industry who you look up to?
Oh, Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
Shut up! I love him.
When you said that,
yeah,
I was like,
dude.
hell yeah.
Yeah, he's wild. His vocals are his frying vocals are wild.
Yeah.
I just learned that term. All right. So you guys have a really good base, which is really great. So I think I'm sure you've noticed that I'm pretty energetic or pretty high energy because you guys have a lot of potential. That's why I took the gig, because you guys can do it. It seems like you can't. You probably convince yourself you can't. Probably see there's a lot of barriers and stuff in between. There's nothing. I got my start in television by literally, we were home for Thanksgiving and I took a camera and went Black Friday to the Best Buy here in Mamaroneck, and I shot a Best Buy package, a Black Friday package. And that was like my first little thing. I started on my little Canon T2i before, because I didn't have a great phone. And then right now, all of you guys have a phone. So you have way more technology than I had when I begun, kind of. So there's no excuses of not to get started on things. So that's what you're gonna go do, get started on for the second assignment. You're gonna find somebody. Here, let me just share this because I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I'm not gonna give you a quiz because they're boring and I don't want to do it for week 2 because that's kind of brutal. So, and this is your assignment. You're going to find a news article related to your dream job and write 4 conversational sentences in the forum. And instead of doing it like we did this week, where it was write one, and then write one, you're just going to write one. You're going to post the article under, or put a link, whatever. Give me 4 cents summarizing that article. And then that's it. 4-sentence summarizing that article. What essentially you're doing is you're practicing getting ready to write for Alexa and Google. So I want you to find an article on the dream job. So Red Bull guy, you're doing Red Bull. Comedic writer, you're doing comedy. You're doing something related to the field, and you are summarizing it into 4 conversational sentences. Little life hack for this: go ahead and write on the top of your thing, "Hey bro," or "Hi mom," and then start writing, and then just delete it at the end. That's all you got to. If you want to make a conversation, that's a little hack. I had this teacher. Like I said, I always hated writing in social studies. 6th grade, Mr. Nostro, biggest jerk in the world. I had this crutch where every time I'd write an essay, at the end of my essay, the last paragraph would start "in conclusion." I don't know if you guys ever had that, right? Everyone writes "in conclusion," then it's blah, blah, blah. And he'd said, "If you write it again, I'm not going to accept it." And I kept writing. I said, "Dude, I need it. I just need it." He's like, "Okay." So he would hand me my papers, a little Post-it on top. Blank Post-it, and he goes, "Write in conclusion on the Post-it, and then write your last paragraph." And I said, "Okay." So I wrote, and the first time I did, I wrote in conclusion on the Post-it, and then wrote my thing, and it worked. Right? I go to hand it in. He crumples up the sticky note and throws it at my head. Right? And he did that for like 10 assignments. I would hand it in. He'd crumple it up, throw it at my head. Until one day, I went up there and I threw it at his head because I didn't need it anymore. And it felt really good to smack my teacher in the head with a Post-it, especially because he did it in front of the class to me for like 10 weeks. And I hated him for it. Hated him for it. But he got the crutch away. That's the point of the story. So if you guys need help with sounding conversational, start your page with "Hi mom," or whoever you want to talk to. "Hi mom," or "Hey bro," and then write the 4 sentences, and then just delete it. Actually, keep it. I want to see that you guys wrote it. So wrote "Hi mom" or "Hey bro" on the top of your thing, and then write your 4 sentences summarizing that news article. Don't look for super long articles. It's not that deep. I just want to see that you guys can summarize, because we're going to learn that art is in what you leave out. You don't need everything in the piece. Just give me the cake, not the dough, kind of thing. You're going to take what you think is the most interesting part, share it with your audience, and then throw away the rest. We do this every day in television news. That's why print news is so long and television is so short, because we keep the cake, we throw away the dough. You want the dough? Go find the print story. You want the cake? Stick with us. So that's your assignment. Find a news article, summarize in 4 sentences. Make sure you put "Hi mom" or "Hey bro." In journalism, you might have heard this, Matt. You want to talk or write as if you're having drinks at the bar. So that means someone's turning to you and be like, "Yo, what happened on 13th Street? Oh, these 2 guys shot each other, but the cops caught the guy who started the fight." Okay. Just write that. That's you won't hear that on your news television, because there's producers like, "Oh, that doesn't sound professional. I have to show that I went to Columbia." That's me. No one cares. Everyone understood what happened, right? Brevity and clarity are the key to writing. So, "Hi mom," "Hey bro," 4 sentences, article on the field, and you guys are done for the day, because it's Saturday. It's nice out. I don't want to keep you. It's week 1. Please get the deadlines done. I'm not leaning on the deadline thing. I'm really not. Deadlines are deadlines. They're not flex lines. So just do that. And I hope you guys are inspired, especially iPhone, who didn't even bother changing his name. He just says iPhone. That's the adventure guy, right? Red Bull. Hey, Red Bull, you there? Hey, bud. How you doing? Yeah, change your name from iPhone. Okay. All right.
Yeah, well.
Guys, thanks, brother. You guys are dismissed. Have a great week. And I'll see you. Actually, do it for Thursday. Enjoy everything. Do it for Thursday. I'm giving you guys plenty of time. Go enjoy the day. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Thursday. The one dude they said they want to talk to me, let me know. Stick around, but everyone else can leave. Okay, bye. Dismissed. See ya. Bye. Have a good time. Have a good time. Bye. Who was the guy who wanted to talk to me? That's none of you. Hey, listen,
Yeah, I
comedic.
wasn't the guy who wanted to talk to you, but
Hey,
I will
Megan.
just say it since nobody else is saying. Oh, hey, how are you? I'm sorry.
What's up?
So I have accommodations. I don't know if they emailed you, because I literally just put in the thing for the other day. But
Okay.
I just get like extended time on like quizzes and stuff. That's it. Like I don't think I get extended time on assignments, so that's
Okay.
it.
The quizzes, honestly, they're going to be super. There might be 1 or 2. They're super easy, and I'm going to give you days to do them.
Okay, that's fine.
Quizzes are nonsense. What do I care? Like, you could prove to me, you could cheat, right? You could cheat, and then who's that disservice to? Me? No, I don't care. It's you who walks into the thing. It's like, all right, write a VO and a SOT, and you're like,
Yeah, all I have
what
to do
is
is
that?
memorize and like copy it down on the piece of paper. So I'm like, oh, it's fine.
It's
whatever.
nonsense. But I am going to use that lingo. Like, I'm going to say, hey, I want you to write a VO and have a SOT from something in that. And if you don't know what that is, it's not on me, right? But it's going to be like 4 days, and it's super simple, like super simple. I promise this isn't a hard class as long as you do the work. It's not hard.
Okay.
But I got you.
Okay.
I got
Thanks.
you. All right. Have a good weekend.
You as well.
Jay, what's going on?
Hi, Professor.
How are you?
I also am in geo services, so
Okay.
I do have extra time for quizzes and
Okay.
tests.
Okay.
I also want to tell you that I did like your story because that's similar to my story. I came in as a transfer student in 2022. I
Nice.
transferred from Birmingham Community College for video and technology, and
Good.
I'm here for getting my degree in TV and video production. So
Good. And let me tell
yeah.
you something. Transfer students usually know more than the kids who are here. Don't say it. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But have you noticed, like, you're kind of like know things, and they're like, "Oh, I've never done this before." You're like, "Oh, I've done this before."
Yeah.
I was unable to keep that ego suppressed. You seem
Right.
more poised, which is going to work in your favor, but you're in a good spot. Little backstory, I was a really bad kid in high school. I stayed back in high school because I never went. I'm from New York. I was born in Queens, raised in Westchester. Used to hang out in like Yonkers and Jackson Heights and Washington Heights, and I was a bad kid. Everyone told me, you're not going to do nothing. I did a lot. So that's really good that you came and did that extra work to get here because you're already ahead of the class. And all you got to do now is do the assignments and you're Gucci. And I think you said you wanted the Disney stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. And the Disney stuff is because it inspires you and you think that people are isolated and that you want to kind of connect people.
Yes, mostly because I actually, I guess down the line, if we're doing the portfolio stuff, I've done, I actually did a whole like little scene for BMCC where I kind of did a little like dance scene, doing a Disney film and musical and being coordinating that. So it's kind of like Disney's been in my family for like so long. So that's what I'm just, I would love to just.
What is your favorite Disney movie? I'm curious.
Oh my God. I have a lot, but right now, off the top of my head, I would have to say definitely The Lion King, because that just, I know that's a classic, but it paints the story of just how Simba had to go from losing his father then to also growing up and without that dad figure and really train himself. And we go on this journey with him and we just see his growth. So
the good thing about Disney is that they're incredible storytellers. One of the biggest storytellers and why they're worth a multi-billion-dollar company is Pixar. It's very difficult, maybe one movie, but it's very difficult to point at a Pixar movie and say that didn't do well. Right? Can you name a Pixar movie that just was flopped?
No,
it's hard, right? There might be one or maybe one or two. And it's the reason why Pixar is so good is because they have a very good way of storytelling and intertwining feelings. Up with the chair and the whatever, and the kid who took replace of whatever. Finding Nemo, that dad having to overcome being a worrywart and all that other stuff. And that kid with the disability, the fish with the disability. The Lion King has so much drama, so much growth and evolution. So I feel like that's what you're drawn into. So what you're going to do, and it's going to be really good when I have my storytelling class, because we talk about how to tell a good story, because everyone thinks storytelling is a buzzword on LinkedIn, but they can't tell storytelling for shit. I'm just to be honest with you. I'm a storyteller. I am a storyteller. I will tell you that because I won awards for it. I've read 95 books on how to write and storytell because it's such an interesting craft. So you're going to do perfectly in this course. I'm going to give you that payoff in one of the lessons. They're going to be like, all right, bet this was a good course because I learned something that I think I could apply when it comes to either writing for Disney or even how I think some shots should be set up, how the dialogue should kind of be hitting. It's storytelling when it comes to that. We'll go through all those dynamics. So it's going to be great. I'm glad you're here.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just wanted to introduce myself again. And I'm sorry I came late. It's not gonna happen again.
Don't worry. 11 o'clock is at 11 o'clock, and I try to get out of here early. So yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not a monster. I promise.
Okay.
We're gonna have fun.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. See you, Trey.